Boy, is it hard to catch that bug. Perhaps I could be of some assistance? And who are you? Well, I'm you, but I'm more fat. I can see that. Yeah, thank you. Sup guys, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class War for Cybertron Barricade. Now, this figure is, well, no, just no. There's a lot of things wrong with this figure, and it sucks because it's 2023, and by this time we should have some pretty improved Transformers figures. Whereas this guy's like, nah. Painting and sculpting, well, for the sculpting it's the paint's cool, I like it, but this figure is just overwhelmed with alternate mode kibble. I mean, there's kibble over here, there's kibble on the thighs, there's of course this, which I believe is supposed to be accurate to what he looks like in the video game. After all, you do see him in third person, so when he runs, this back is probably in your direction, demanding you look at it. And then of course there's these chunky arms that really limit his articulation. But hey, I kinda like the head sculpt. Well, I did hear from a review about this guy that the budget was mainly put onto Optimus and Bumblebee after all these three came together. And so whatever budget was left, they came up whatever they could with the Barricade. And yeah, that didn't really work out. Oh well, no sacrifice, no victory. Anyways, moving on to his accessories, he only comes with this gun. Which, if I'm being totally honest with you, it looks pretty cool. Looks better than the whole toy. Of course, you gotta remove all of that in order to plug in the gun. And this just looks tiny compared to the whole figure. And I believe the tip of the gun is 3mm compatible. I'm not gonna test it. And if you're done having the gun on his arm, you could just store it right in the back. Same thing with the arm. And yeah, that's pretty much it for accessories. One thing I forgot to point out with the War for Cybertron video games is that for some reason they're cybernetically linked to Robots in Disguise, which is linked to Prime, which is somehow linked to War for Cybertron games, which is somehow linked to the Age of Extinction video game. Yeah, this is confusing. You're gonna have to watch a video on that one. You know, War for Cybertron Barricade to me looks like you could mistaken him for some of the protoform grunts from the video game. I'm sure there's a difference. Also, when are we getting the Decepticon protoform grunts? I mean, wasn't there a leaked code name called Infantry for the War for Cybertron? I don't know. Some speculated that could have been a War for Cybertron Ironhide or a War for Cybertron Decepticon protoform. Well, who knows? That might never be revealed anytime soon. But you know what is coming out next year? War for Cybertron Starscream and War for Cybertron Ratchet. And it would be interesting to see a War for Cybertron Studio Series Sideswipe, as I think in the video game he came with a minigun. I don't know. Anyways, let's just get down to articulation. Man, the joints are so tight. Starting off, you could barely tell that there's a ball joint. You can't even swivel because of how tight the joints are. But the head can move up and down, and can move up and down again. This head's on a double joint. Shoulder's on a ball joint. And inside there's like another hinge joint which allows the shoulder to shift upwards. There should be a full rotation of the arm had it not been for all this kibble. Weak bend at the shoulder. Very weak bend at the elbow. Elbow swivel. Wrist is on a ball joint which allows a swivel and an up and a down and a side to side waist swivel. Legs can barely spread. Leg can move forward. Can move backwards. Supposed to be a thigh swivel. Weak bend at the knee. And lastly, the very flat foot can move up and down. Come to find out that this Barricade has the foot quality similar to this foot quality, where they both got the same problems. And then the foot quality is also the same for the mainline Last Night Barricade as well. So yeah, I guess proper foot quality for Barricade has been a curse for this guy since 2017. Anyways, let's just get down to size comparison. Starting off, here he is next to the Studio Series Movie 1 Barricade, Movie 5 Mainline Barricade, Crankcase and Crowbar, Movie 1 Megatron, Gamer Edition Bumblebee, Gamer Edition Optimus Prime, Gamer Edition Cliffjumper, and lastly, Gamer Edition Megatron. You know, I hope in the future we get a Studio Series Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Brawl, because that guy kind of looked cool in the video game. And hey, maybe in the near future, we could get Skywarp and Thundercracker. Well, anyways, with the size comparison done, let's get down to transformation, which is surprisingly easy. So starting off, first thing you can do is go ahead and close in his feet, which easily just close in like that. Move the arm out like so, close that in, rotate the wrist, close the wrist in the gap, close in the arm, rotate it, and leave it like so. Don't forget to rotate the waist, move this out, and then rotate that as well. Make sure it closes in. Shift this section backwards. Same process applies with the other side. And then next what you're going to do is make sure you conjoin the two folded in legs together. Next what you're going to do is just close on the arms. Make sure they tab into place. Same thing with the other side. And then lastly, what you're going to do is detach the whole backpack, move it out, shift it forward, and then make sure everything tabs into place. This is not tabbing in for some reason. Tab in. Thank you very much. Well. Turns out I was having quite the struggle trying to tab this in when I found out that it's stress marked. That means it's broken. And here we have the vehicle mode. And I gotta say, this is a really cool looking cyber police car. Really appreciate how everything tabs into place, except over here. And of course the bottom is looking neat and spiffy like usual. I mean, not clean where it's covering all of this, but still, it's fine. And then we got this backside over here that looks like it adds a little bit more thrust to the car when it needs to go speed. And yeah. Just like Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, weapon storage is the same as it was in the alternate mode. I mean, robot mode. You might want to switch it. Make sure it's like that. Now, unfortunately, the car mode is a little lopsided, and I can't fix it because I need that tab to connect it into that slot, but it's not because it's bent, and if I try forcing it in, it's going to break the tab. So, yeah. Oh, anyways, here he is compared to Tank Mode Megatron, which surprisingly, Barricade's alternate mode is a little bit bigger and, yeah, just bigger than Megatron's. I was gonna say wide, but nah, I don't think that's the case. And lastly, here he is next to Bumblebee and Cliffjumper in their car modes. Well, cyber car modes. And yeah, you could definitely make a car chase scene out of this. I wonder if that was something that happened in the video game. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Also, here he is alongside Optimus Prime, of course. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I had to say for this guy. Overall, it's not great. Definitely do not recommend picking this guy up. That's if you want to build a collection for the War for Cybertron Gaming Greats figures. Now, if I'm being totally honest with you, the Gaming Greats figures they're a little meh. Some say they're better than the Rise of the Beast stuff. Nah, the Rise of the Beast Studio Series stuff's a little bit superior. With the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, and of course that cool looking Optimus Primal. At least the Studio Series Rise of the Beast figures don't have a figure that's limiting in articulation due to a kibble, and unfortunately it was later found out that Hasbro won't be doing Gaming Greats figures of the video game tie-ins to the Bayverse movies. So yeah, there goes a Voyager class breakaway. Well, when that new Transformers Reactivate video game comes in, hopefully we get some cool looking figures. I guess it wouldn't hurt to collect those. Also, let me know what you guys think about Reactivate if you guys are all interested or a little excited for it. Anyways, if you like what you saw in this video, be sure to slam that like button. Be sure to share this with your friends as well. Turn on post notifications so that way you don't miss another video. And most importantly, be sure to hit that big red button so that way we could pass 5,000 subscribers before 2024. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. See ya!